Welcome, Mark Stevens. Mark and I are friends and neighbors in Mancos, Colorado, a beautiful community in the Four Corners region. I love Mark. I love how he participates in the world, but he's also an award-winning author, musician, and most importantly today, Mark, you're one of the founders of the Mesa Verde Literary Festival, now only a few weeks away. Give me a bird's eye view. Like, what is the event from the high level, and how do you register to come?
Sure. Thank you so much, TJ. I appreciate it. It's great being friends with you and all your artistic endeavors as well. The Mesa Verde Literary Festival, for starters, is going to be Saturday, July 12th. It is a free festival. Anybody who's interested in books, reading, writing, or just curious needs to come to Mancos. We're going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning and go till 8. That evening, we have 50 authors coming from all over the country. Of course, a lot from the region, the Four Corners region, from the four states, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah. But we have writers from all over the country coming to participate in our festival. Each of the authors will be giving an individual presentation in one of our downtown galleries or coffee shops or back patios at a restaurant and other businesses right in our cool little, neat little, charming little downtown Mancos. And they will also participate in one of many panels that'll be hosted in the Mancos Community Center, which is right downtown, or in a panel over at the library just a few steps across the Mancos River to our beautiful public library. So it's a day-long celebration of the book, and it's a day-long opportunity for book lovers to meet new authors or to come meet some of their favorites and just support writers and poets um, and the book community, everything, the whole book ecosystem.
So this little town that's like block and a half,
Yeah,
maybe a full block square,
yeah.
is just taken over by authors and panels and speakers, and you get up close and personal with writers and their books. What inspired this? What gave you the idea to do this?
Well, it really was inspired by several festivals I've gone to in the past, including one that the South Dakota Humanities Council puts on every year. They alternate between the eastern plains of South Dakota and a town called Deadwood in the mountains in the Black Hills of South Dakota. And I went up there one time as an author and was just blown away by how a small town, bigger than Mancos, but still a small town, could be consumed with and just overrun by authors. I mean, I think hundreds in that case. And it was a multiple day event, but every nook and cranny of the town, every little back corner of a business and galleries were venues for writers to talk to readers about their work. And everybody's just so happy. It just creates this very stimulating environment. There's such a variety of authors to go meet, and just like you say, it's very intimate. You get to chat them up. And like Deadwood, we're going to have a big book sale at the end of the day. Well, it'll be running all day, a sort of pop-up bookstore in the Mancos Opera House downstairs on the first floor. I mean, not downstairs, but on the first floor. And like Deadwood, also, we'll have a couple of keynote speakers, and three, in fact. We're going to wrap the day with the fabulous Pam Houston, memoirist and short story writer, incredible writing coach and teacher, as you well know, TJ.
Yeah.
And she is going to be at Fenceline at 5 p.m., Fenceline Cider. And she's bringing with her a former student of hers, Brian Osbaugh, who is a Dene poet and also now a creative writing teacher himself. I gather they are close friends, and so that'll be a dynamic duo at Fenceline Cider. That'll go for about an hour, and then we'll all move over to the Opera House upstairs into the big hall upstairs for a keynote by Tim Weed, who is based in Vermont, but will be on book tour for his brand new book called The Afterlife Project, which is a science fiction, climate fiction, kind of post-apocalyptic novel that's already gotten a starred review from Library Journal and doing quite well. It's just, got to mention the teen workshops as well. as if we don't have enough going on already, we'll have two youth workshops being held at Mancos Commons, the brand new building across from the Opera House that'll be run by a couple of local teachers for teen writers just to come in and take a class in writing. So, we hope it's a very lively day and just a day that offers some real stimulation for the folks coming in.
Oh, it sounds like a great day. And I should probably brag a little bit more about the area where you'll land in. If you've never been to this particular little town or even on this side of Durango, we're in the western slope of Colorado. Most people think of Colorado on the what we call the Front Range, but over here, it's really where the mountains meet the mesas. And the town of Mancos, you have a view of Mesa Verde, which is just like 6 miles. The entrance is like 6 miles from town. You have the view of the La Plata Mountains, of Weber Canyon. So it's really a stunning geological place. And then the town itself is a historic ranching town set on the river. This opera house is over 100 years old. The Common Press that you're talking about was the original newspaper office in town it's completely historically restored. And then there's the new building you're talking about having an event in, which is the Commons, and then there's cafes and coffee shops and a quaint little, totally restored vintage kind of 1960s Route 66 hotel. It's a special place, so I know people will enjoy that. But there's more than that, Mark. Like if someone's coming for the weekend, what other kind of things could they spend the weekend doing?
Well, I mean, if you're on your way in here, there's so many things to do on the way in or on the way out, of course. There's the train ride from Durango up to Silverton. There's just even driving the $1 million highway between Silverton and Ouray will pop your eyes out if you've never done it before, and also keep your knuckles and hands firmly on the wheel as you drive. There are the Canyon of the Ancients, there's Crow Canyon, in terms of exploring all the history here. Of course, as you mentioned, Mesa Verde National Park. Um, and there's so many different artists, galleries here, things to explore. And some of our events will be right in those shops where you're going to be able to see some incredible, the product of our very diverse artist scene here. And you probably know more about all the variety of artists we've got in this community than I do. But um, like you say, there's so much to explore. You head out in any direction. There's McPhee Reservoir for a little relaxing place to stop and take in a beautiful vista and scenery there as well, and the cute little town of Dolores nearby. Yeah, there's just tons of opportunities. So
Yeah,
it's
it really is an intimate place to visit, right? Like the whole experience of coming here, and certainly the way you guys have designed the literary festival, it's a really intimate
Mhm.
experience. You're going to be among people, you're going to have conversations. It's a really a warm and inviting place.
Yeah, we have certainly found that ourselves, my wife and I. 6 years we've been here now, and we just feel like it's just a red carpet kind of small town feeling, just very warm and welcoming, and the degree to which everybody supports each other, helps each other. Um, and I've seen more live music in the last 6 years than I saw in the last 15
Right?
in
It's so
Denver.
true. Yeah. Well,
That's
tell me this, as a reader and a writer, because you're an accomplished writer, you had a big book last year, The Baseballer, and you have a new book out now. But as a reader and a writer, what enriches you about coming to a festival like this?
it's just stimulation, and it's the just the ability to chat with people who have taken time to tell a story. It sounds sort of simple, but if anybody who's got a story to tell has something to say about a point of view in the world, they're communicating something that's deep and heartfelt to them. And they've taken the time to turn this into fiction or poetry or a memoir, or in the case of nonfiction, to do some research and dig into a topic. And if you've taken the time to write a book, chances are you have a point of view about the world and some thoughts about how the world works and what our civilization means to us, what our community means to us, who we are as human beings, what our identity means to us as human beings, and just, you know, offering different ideas about how we should all work together, how we should all live together. That's what, to me, books and stories are. They're helping us, showing us other ways of processing this world. And
Hmm.
that's, I think, why we pick up a book, because we have our own thoughts. We've had our own lives. We've had our own experiences that inform who we are today. And I think we're always interested in peeking over and seeing inside another person's point of view. And um, I've been to these festivals before, and I just walk away feeling inspired as an artist, wanting to achieve and meet the kind of level of a delivery of that story that is so impactful that it'll, really just draw an audience. And I think as an artist, and it's fine to do art by yourself, but if you take it out in public, you want an audience. You want to reach people. And I think we celebrate diversity by going to a festival like this and celebrating all the different points of view that there are, and being exposed to that and being open-minded and practice being open-minded to other points of view. So yeah, we're hoping people will hear about this, sign up. We'd love people to come to mancoscreativedistrict.com. The festival is a um, event that is sponsored by our local creative district, one of 30 in the state. And if you come to mancoscreativedistrict.com, look for the festival information and give us your name and zip code so we can prepare a lanyard, and you can walk around town, and that will help our volunteers know that if you have a question, that we can help direct you to where the next event might be, or answer any special question, or anything you have in terms of a special need. So
And I suppose it also will help you prepare for the volume of people.
right.
So you know how many services or the just the management of making sure people are comfortable and well informed and well placed.
Precisely. Precisely. The hope the signage is good, and we hope the maps are clear, but still you may, because it's a new town to you, may not know exactly where to go, or what where to go, especially over to the library across the river and things like that. But once you've been there for a little while, you get the flow of the program and the lay of the land. It doesn't take long, but we'd love to know in advance in terms of the volume. Being a first year event, we have really no idea what to expect. The very popular Borough Fest in June usually draws up above 1,000. I think last year we had 15 or 1,600. If we get half of that, boy, we'll be thrilled.
So give me the highlight again, the date, where people can register, and yeah.
Saturday, July 12th, starting at 9 a.m. with our first panel, and then individual presentations will begin at 10 o'clock, and we'll have a schedule posted. They'll roll all day until our keynote speakers at 5, and then another keynote speaker at 7. And then to register, head to mancoscreativedistrict.com and look for the festival and literary festival information. It'll take you 2 seconds to fill out your name and zip code, and let us know you're on the way.
That's right. And that's Mancos, Colorado, and Mancos. Everybody says it funny when they come here. We say Mancos, but it's spelled Mancos. And it's you're going to have a great time and you're going to meet great people. Thanks so much, Mark. Good luck with all this, and we'll see you on July 12th.
Thanks, DJ.
You bet. Talk soon.